Island in Australia. Stay with us to find out.
27 laps of the Australian Grand Prix about to get underway here at Phillip Island.
Right the start. Very, very important start. Good start by Iannone, good start by Marquez. What about Lorenzo as they race down towards the Duan corner? Looks like Lorenzo.
Iannone, though, got a great start from that front row of the grid. It's the Italian that leads. Lorenzo already up the inside of Marquez. Valentino Rossi has got stuck behind Cal Crutchlow. Brilliant start by the British rider Dani Pedrosa there in 4th place. Rossi has picked up a place into 6th, but he's got to get by Cal Crutchlow as soon as possible. Iannone leads coming out of the southern loop.
Iannone leads the way up towards the Casey Stoner corner, famous from the world champion, 6 times winner here. Now they break hard for the hairpin. Here comes Dani Pedrosa up the inside of Marquez, and Lorenzo closes him on the rear wheel of Iannone.
More Aragon aggression from Dani Pedrosa up the inside of Marquez, brilliantly on the brakes down into turn number 4. Still no way through for Valentino Rossi on Cal Crutchlow, out of Siberia for the first time. Iannone still leading the way. Lorenzo second, then Pedrosa, Marquez, Crutchlow, Lorenzo. What a move around the outside of Andrea Iannone through turn number 8.
That caught Iannone by surprise over the top of Lukey Heights. Can he get back at him? No, because Lorenzo rides defensively, and Marquez and Pedrosa swap peg, but where he wanted to be he is. Hoy Lorenzo leads the way into the last fast left-hander into the Gardner Straight.
You can see how desperate Marquez was to make that move on Dani Pedrosa down into turn number 10. He knows now with clear track in front of him, Hoy Lorenzo will try and get the hammer down. He's broken through on Andrea Iannone. There is Valentino Rossi still down in 6th place. Lorenzo leads on lap 2.
Lorenzo still leads the way, but Andrea Iannone has come back at him. He should have the advantage as they come into the southern loop. No, Iannone makes it stick, and Marquez and Pedrosa say thank you very much indeed. Iannone leads the way again as they come out of the southern loop.
Lorenzo blitzed by that Ducati power. Iannone drove past him down into the Duan corner. The Italian then leads down through the Stoner corner for the second time. Dani Pedrosa and Marquez looking for a way through on Lorenzo. Rossi still there in 6th. Cal Crutchlow doing a great job in 5th place. Dani Pedrosa there having a bit of a wobble through Siberia. Still though Iannone that leads the way. This is where Lorenzo got him last time around, coming through 8.
Will he catch him again? I don't think he's quite close enough. Through 7, up to 8, up towards Lukey Heights. Iannone leads the way on the Ducati. Lorenzo closes up and plunges down towards the old MG corner.
This is just what Marquez, Dani Pedrosa. Oh, Iannone has ran straight into a seagull. We saw that seagull sitting in the middle of the track. Iannone had no way to avoid it. He tried to duck, but Iannone drops out of the lead. Lorenzo sweeps through to take the lead.
Wow. Can anything else happen in this World Championship? Iannone hit by the seagull, it certainly distracted him, and Lorenzo retakes the lead. Look at the Ducati, look at the Honda as they come down the main straight. They leave the Yamaha, but you've got to say Ducati's got the grunt and Iannone is back in front.
Oh, Iannone and Marquez, they sucked the blue paint off that factory Yamaha down the start-finish straight. Lorenzo was like a sitting duck coming down the Gardner Straight. So Marquez then up into 2nd place. Cal Crutchlow's moved up into 4th by Dani Pedrosa. Rossi still sitting there in 6th place. We haven't seen a move as yet by the Italian.
Great race at the front. Here comes Marquez into the hairpin. Marquez in the hairpin on the brakes. And Marquez takes the lead, and Lorenzo comes through as well.
Yeah, Iannone, Marquez just got in a bit too hot down at turn number 4. Iannone swept straight back underneath him. Marquez was out so wide that Lorenzo could come back through as well. We're on board with Dani Pedrosa looking back at the World Championship leader as they fire out of Siberia through this turn number 8. Iannone back at the front of this race.
This suits really Rossi though, doesn't it? Because Lorenzo hasn't been able to get away at the front. Before we've seen him race away in the first 2 or 3 laps, it hasn't happened, and Rossi is right in there.
Pedrosa fights back up the inside of Cal Crutchlow. They lean on each other. Great stuff between the British rider on the LCR Honda and Pedrosa on the factory Honda. Still Rossi can't find a way through. Lorenzo now leads this Australian Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff in the opening 3 laps.
Yeah, watch at the power though of the Ducati and the Honda as they come down this Gardner Straight. 900 metres, here we go. Race down towards the Duan corner. Iannone once again retakes the lead into the Duan corner, just about. Lorenzo though still holds the advantage into the southern loop. Iannone up the inside, Lorenzo makes it stick as they come out of that southern loop.
And Rossi's finally made his first move of the race. He's taken 5th place from Danny Pedrosa. Back with the race leader, Jorge Lorenzo. There is Rossi now with Cal Crutchlow next in his sights. They sweep through the Stoner corner. Lorenzo leads hard on the brakes. Marquez now looking up the inside of Andrea Iannone. Again, he's in too hot. He momentarily took that second spot. Iannone sweeps straight back through, and Rossi's made a move. Rossi up to 4th on Crutchlow.
Up through Siberia they come. We wanted a tight, close race. It could not have been better than this. Lorenzo leads, Iannone, Marquez. There is Rossi. He's not letting Lorenzo get away. Through 7 and 8, these fast-flowing right and left-hand corners, and then over the top of the Lukey Heights and down towards the old MG, where overtaking is possible.
Down through turn number 10. This is where we saw Andrea Iannone have that unfortunate merge strike. Lucky there's not any damage actually to that factory Ducati. Now, has Lorenzo got enough of a gap to stop himself being slipstreamed down this long Gardner straight? Here he is, sweeping through this turn number 12. Iannone running a tight line on that Ducati. Rossi then up into 4th place. Marquez, he will certainly try and blast that Repsol Honda down by Andrea Iannone. Lorenzo leads at the start of lap number 5.
They race down the straight, 200 miles an hour, and Lorenzo makes it stick this time round. Lorenzo leads the way into turn 1. Iannone's lining up for the southern loop. Not quite close enough. Marquez, Rossi will be delighted with the start he's made. Great ride also by Cal Crutchlow.
Fastest rider on track on lap 4, number 46, Valentino Rossi, a 1:29.655. Rossi just slowly working his way to the front. Danny Pedrosa's not made any impression on Cal Crutchlow, and Iannone's out wide at turn number 4. Will that let Rossi through? Iannone cut it back, he can't find a way through, so Iannone still holds 3rd through Siberia. Lorenzo from Marquez.
Rossi will want to get past Iannone as quick as he can. He will be worried that Marquez and Lorenzo will get away at the front. Rossi through 7 and 8, up towards the Lukey Heights he comes. He's all over the rear wheel of the Ducati, and he's gone up the inside, and he's taken 3rd place as he comes over Lukey Heights.
Brilliant move by Rossi, hooks the inside through Lukey Heights, no way through for Iannone. Cal Crutchlow now up the inside of the factory Ducati rider. Iannone's lost 2 spots in 2 corners. Crutchlow, a great ride by the British rider, he's up into 4th place. Can he go with the factory aliens? Lorenzo leads from Marquez, from Rossi. Lorenzo starting to eke out a little bit of a gap at the front. We're about to complete lap number 5. It's Lorenzo, Marquez and Rossi.
Big moment there for Marquez as they come through that 5th gear, left-hander into the start and finish straight. Brilliant ride by Rossi. Lorenzo now has got the hammer down. But if Rossi can finish on the podium, Marquez runs in a bit wide but then cuts back across as they do.
Yeah, Marquez getting a little bit erratic, isn't he? We've seen him run wide a couple of times at turn number 4. He was out wide at the Duan corner. That's let Rossi through on the last lap. Lorenzo, Marquez and Rossi, 1:29.7, 1:29.7, all of them. Here comes Marquez. He's good on the brakes into turn 4 though, but can he get his stop this time? Rossi runs a tight defensive line. Marquez is up the inside. Brave movie makes it stick. Rossi pushed back to 3rd.
Oh, terrific braking then from Marquez. Rossi now sandwiched between Crutchlow and Marquez. Lorenzo says, keep this up, please, because the more you do this, the more I'm going to get away at the front. They race up through Siberia. They come through 7 and 8. Rossi is very quick here. On to Marquez, he comes again. And has Rossi got through?
He has, yeah, brilliant by Rossi, but Marquez fights straight back there where Rossi took Iannone on the last lap. Rossi will fight back hard on the brakes down into turn number 10. He's got the inside line. Iannone nudges Marquez out of the way, aggressive from the 2 Italians. Not very often you see Marquez roughed up. Well, that's exactly what's happening to the Spaniard.
I think the Mafia were there between the 2 Italians. Lorenzo at the front, but Rossi doing a good job. He can only lose 5 points, but there's a long way to go. What a start to this race. Round 60 to the championship. It just doesn't get any better than this. Rossi getting a little bit robbed as they go down towards the Duan corner by the Ducati and the Honda. And Crutchlow all over him now.
The difference in speed and acceleration coming out of that last corner between Rossi and Lorenzo's factory Yamaha and the Honda and the Ducati. You know, that Ducati of Andrea Iannone is an absolute rocket ship down the straight, and it's a great fight for second place. This is music to Jorge Lorenzo's ears. It's just giving you a chance to break away. Iannone around the outside. Whatever Iannone can do to Marquez, Marquez can do back to Iannone. They're paint swapping in that battle for second place. Iannone back up the inside of Rossi. What a great fight at Phillip Island for second.
Up through Siberia they come. There is still 20 and a half laps to go if we can last that long. Through 7 and 8, up towards Lucky Heights. This is the battle for second place. This is where Rossi is so strong. Tries to get up the inside of Iannone, not able to do so. In the meantime, he's clearing off at the front, Jorge Lorenzo.
Marquez has tried to lead this group. Iannone's tried to lead this group. So has Rossi. None of them can break away. Danny Pedrosa's moved back in front of Cal Crutchlow. Come right into contention at the back of this battle for second place. The two Suzukis of Maverick Vinales and Aleix Espargaro. They're right now behind Cal Crutchlow. Lorenzo's lead over the line to start lap number 7. We'll check it over Marquez. It's up to 1.4 seconds.
20 laps to go. Where Valentino Rossi finishes in this race now is going to be absolutely crucial for the outcome of the championship. Lorenzo clearing off at the front. Rossi trying all he knows to get past Iannone and trying to have a little nibble at Marquez. We ride with the master at riding at the front. 6 points it would be in the championship.